In this video, I am going to share with you how this client of mine went from crippling back pain, not being able to lift any weight from the floor, to lifting 305 pounds like he did just there for multiple reps. What's going on? I'm Dr. Nate. I'm a business owner and physical therapist, and I made this channel to help you master your movement, master your mindset, and thrive in your career, your relationships, and just get after it with your physical body and your mental space. So thank you for being here. Let's get right into the video. So this client of mine came to me after working with a chiropractor for about 4 to 5 weeks. His pain levels had been controlled, but he was still deathly afraid of bending forward. He didn't want to pick anything up from the ground, but with his job, he had to, he has to be able to bend forward, and his career is very important to him. So it was paramount that he was able to lift weight from the floor, and that his back wouldn't go into spasm every time that he bent over. So first things first, we just started on doing really basic movements that included child's pose, cobra, thread the needle, so a lot of different things where we're just bending forward, we're bending backwards, we're rotating, so just getting him comfortable moving again. And then once he got comfortable with that, we started getting into doing some really light deadlifts from a box. So he didn't have to go all the way down to the ground, you just had to pick him up from a box. We started with like 10 or 20 pounds, just to give that stimulus to his body. And 20 pounds went okay, and then we went up to 50 pounds, 50 pounds felt okay, then we went to 75 pounds, 75 felt okay. Once we got to 100, he started to feel it a little bit more. He was feeling that tension, and the tension that he was feeling was the muscles actually working, but it was an odd feeling because it was almost kind of a precursor of the spasm too. So we stayed at that weight for a couple weeks, just getting used to 100 pounds, being able to lift that up, getting the reps in, building the confidence. And then we moved up to 135 pounds. So we just used the barbell with 2 plates, and we started to do repetitions of that. All the while, we were also doing some bent over rows. Bent over rows are great for back pain, particularly people who are having spasms, once you can tolerate it, because it allows you to use your back muscles in an isometric fashion. So with the deadlift, it's more of a concentric and eccentric type motion. You're not just holding one position for a long time unless you're going really, really slow through the motion, or you're doing like tempo deadlifts. But with bent over rows, you have to hold that bent forward position to be able to pull that weight up. So that was super uncomfortable for him, and it took a while for him to get comfortable with that. So as we're going through and getting up to like 185 on the deadlift, and bent over rows are getting a little more comfortable, we started getting to weight that was like pretty scary for him, and he shared with me one day that he actually had a visceral fear of lifting any more weight because he was fearful that, okay, the pain isn't as bad now and I can do these things, but when's it going to come back? When is it just going to get worse to the point where I can't work or do my job, and then I went to school for all this time and I can't even do the work that I love. And what we did there is to combat that fear is we came up with a mantra. And a mantra in relation to pain, especially when we know that there's no significant injury, he's not going to damage himself more. Sometimes pain is not representative of severe tissue damage, and in this case that was true. So we came up with a mantra to help him kind of push through that fear. And the mantra, there's people say, just do it. One of my clients said, I just want to be like Mike, so she would just get out and go for it. And I believe his was let's do it, or get after it. Kind of like kind of like the mug up there, get after it. So that was his mantra to himself. And so when he got up to the bar, or he had to do something that was scary for him, that's what he would say. So that would prime him to get into a healthy mental space, to where he's not thinking about, you know, whether his back is okay or not. He's already trusted it. He's made the decision that it is safe and that he can actually do it. So he came with that mantra, and man, his just progress was exponential after that. And so that first video that you saw was him lifting 305 pounds, no back pain, no spasms, not even afraid of it, just excited that he can lift. And something he's never done before. So it's been really cool to see his progress. He's also doing bent over rows with like 155 or 175 pounds now. So he's really made some great progress, and it's been a several months process. So it wasn't overnight. These things do take time sometimes, and ultimately it can take a lifestyle change to really reduce the risk of these things happening in the future. But I hope this video was helpful for you. This is more of a story, and hopefully you can take some of the elements from that story and apply it to your own life, whether this is to help you with back pain, whether this is to help you in your relationship or your career. Just know that sometimes we have to push through fear, and to do that, sometimes what can be helpful is a mantra. I have a mantra for myself too. And you know, it's been very helpful in my career, in my relationships, in my lifting, in my running, all that type of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button if you did, and also please subscribe to this channel if you'd like to hear more stuff like this. And please comment below what your mantra is when you're lifting or when you have to do something tough. As always, stay strong, stay resilient, and keep getting after it.